So it's been a little while since I posted again. I actually got COVID about 2 weeks ago, so I spent an entire week just laying in bed. I couldn't really do much. I was just even doing some of my work in my bed, so that was not fun. My entire family actually got it, and then my mom and my brother healed in like a day or two. They just rested, and that's it. And then I was basically stuck in bed. I had a fever. I was just coughing nonstop, so I definitely got it worse. So it was not fun. So take care of yourself. I see like a rise in numbers recently again. So please take care of yourself if you're out. But I'm really excited to get back to work. I feel like I've been taking a lot of breaks, but at the same time, it feels really tiring to do a really large piece where the progress is not really obvious and you have to just keep going even though you don't really have this time frame, or you have to kind of assign yourself some parts of the drawing that you have to finish by this date, so to keep yourself in track and keep yourself productive, and just in general a way of measuring your progress. Also, I celebrated my birthday last week. I turned 26, and I feel like after 25, it feels a little bit scary since, it's kind of rounded up to 30, and I think it's a scary prospect of getting old and seeing some of your progress and achievements over the years. But I had a good birthday, it was really nice not only to get some wishes from my friends and family, but also some people in the art field. It makes me feel like I'm definitely, being in a circle and kind of making these connections that are important to my career and what I love doing. So that feels really amazing as well. So kind of going back into the drawing process, I am done with the hair part and I'm kind of working on the temple. So finally kind of getting into the skin and the facial features now, which is the most important part, because for hair it's just basically just making lines and shades, and it's not as interesting because of the textures that can't be easily recognizable, along with some other texture that I've added for my own elements. But I've kind of found it hard to record a lot of the part of it because I know that it's an interesting portion, so I want to be able to take in every single second and not miss anything interesting or anything that's important that I want to show to my viewers. So a lot of times I end up delaying my drawings to wait for like a sunnier day or wait to the next day in the morning so I can record and make it a good footage to show. A lot of people say that social media is a double-edged sword, and I can definitely see that being as an art content creator as well, because for some part of it, it's social media is something that you can really use to promote yourself and get your name out there. And in the digital age, a lot of the galleries and other artists nowadays are looking at social media to inspiration or artists to discover, and it's a really good name of making your name out there. But on the other hand, it really hinders your art progression because it slows down your portfolio and your drawing progress, because you have to learn to edit, which takes a really long time, and just filming the right angle, setting up everything, that also takes just an extraordinary amount of time, and planning everything out, waiting for the good weather or sunny weather. So that slows down the artworks by a lot as well. And I definitely recognize that a lot more when it's working at a really large piece because, again, I'm trying to get some very interesting moments that I can't always get because, a lot of times I like to work at night, so the lighting is not always great. And something that I want to point out to some of the newer artists is the point of social media. I see a lot of people comparing themselves to artists on social media, and I do that myself too. A lot of times I see an artist that would finish a piece of work in a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and while I'm sitting here, it's been almost close to a year since I started this work, and it's not looking like it's even halfway done. So I gotta speed it up, and it sometimes is demoralizing comparing yourself to other artists because of how fast they're finishing and seeing how much they're progressing over the time you're just doing one single piece. But again, I'm kind of taking it at my own pace. I have a lot of other stuff to do, other stuff to worry about. And so essentially what I want to say is social media, something like Instagram or YouTube is essentially a highlight reel of portfolio or a creator or an artist's works, and you don't really see a lot of the behind the scenes and their struggles, especially from years ago. So you're only seeing the really good parts, and I know there's a lot of artists that take a really long time off. I often would ask them and check up on them to see if they're doing okay, and they're usually really happy because they're taking a break from being so vulnerable and being so public and just focusing on themselves. And it's a really good time to work on your own self and your own mentality, or even just your own artworks in peace. So like I said, I am really excited to getting back to what I love doing, and I really want to ramp up these videos more and just drawing more textures and faces and facial features that you recognize and putting them out there. So that's really exciting. And as always, thank you for watching, and stay safe, don't get COVID, and I'll see you next time. Bye.